An amazing historical question, and a lot has been written. I encourage everybody to just Google the topic, was Columbus a Jew, and boom, you've got a day's worth of reading. But I'm going to tell you, I mean, there's no doubt that B'nai Anusim, Jews who were forced to convert, Jews who were secret Jews from Spain, went to the New World very early on. There's no question about that. And there's a tremendous amount of work going on in the American Southwest, Arizona, New Mexico, because of anecdotal reports from Hispano families, Spanish families that go back a few hundred years in Arizona, New Mexico, who begin also to come with stories of their Jewish kinds of traditions. But I'll tell you what happened to me, if we have a moment. While we were making the film, my two buddies I went to visit in Arizona said, hey, let's go to Navajo country. We'll go to Page, Arizona, and we're going to do a nice walk through the Antelope Canyon with a Navajo guide, and then we'll head back to Sedona. And so they knew, my friends knew that I was making this film about the secret Jews of Calabria with Rabbi Barbara. And we get to Page, Arizona, and we meet up with our tour guide, a very Navajo-looking woman, about 40 years old, very knowledgeable of all the nature and history. And we're with another couple from Philadelphia, and we get to the entrance to the canyon, and she says, so where are you all from? And the couple says, we're from Philadelphia. My friend says he's from Phoenix, the other's from Sedona. I said, I'm from Israel. She looks at me, and speaking to me now in Hebrew, this is a Navajo, American Navajo, Native American, speaking to me in Hebrew, says, oh, I'm Jewish. All the women's line in my family are Jewish. And then she goes back to English and she says, in our family, the women, the Navajo warriors defeated the conquistadores in a battle. They would kill the men, and they would take the women and children into their families, and the women would very often become wives and become within a generation integrated into the Navajo tribes. And this woman said to me, oh, that's our family. The women pass it on from generation to generation, and we know that we are Jewish. And she spoke some Hebrew that she learned not through the family, but just by coming to visit Israel. She knew Jewish prayers. She said she lights candles on Friday, and there was no doubt in her mind that she was Jewish. Now, I don't know if anybody from the Navajo Nation in Arizona has ever tried coming to live in Israel under the law of return and getting citizenship, but there are definitely South American locals who claim Jewish background. So there it is. Whether Columbus was or not, we know that there was a strong secret Jewish influence.
Let me tie this into Columbus, if I can, because Columbus, of course, took many, many voyages. You can find Jewish presence all throughout the Caribbean islands as well, because various of the ships stopped, and the Deepwater port was in St. Thomas. That was also the place where during the slave trade, the slaves who were ill were taken off the boat, and it was the Jewish doctors, the Spanish Jewish Marranos doctors, who treated them and made sure that they were never again put on another boat, and remained in the Caribbean. Also, there's evidence of Columbus's voyages in Puerto Rico, also in Mexico, and my aunt, may she rest in peace, Elizabetta Aiello, was from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and she did a lot of historical work on the Marranos in the Southwest, not a little in Arizona, but as I said, she was from New Mexico, and she believed that the entire Caucasian population historically in Mexico were all Jewish, and that exactly what your Navajo friend told you is what his Southwest historians believe, that the conquistadors were vanquished, the women were kept alive, and Judaism was passed along through these Caucasian women to the native populations. And my aunt was every year a New Mexican is named a New Mexico treasure. And one year, my aunt Elizabetta was named a New Mexico treasure for this particular work that she did.
No.
Well, Rabbi, let me
maybe
just,
somebody who's watching this is going to, I think that if people are watching this broadcast, they're going to say, oh, I've got a story to tell. So they can contact Rabbi Barbara on her website, rabbibarbara.com. And we should also mention that on the website they can see a trailer and some clips from the movie The Secret Jews of Calabria. And after that, they may even be inspired to purchase the DVD, which is available also through rabbibarbara.com. And I don't know that it's going to happen. I mean, you know, I don't like to make promises, as we say, but I would like to find my way back to the American Southwest and do The Secret Jews of the American Southwest, or as my screenwriter friend said, we'll call the movie Navajo Schmavajo.